Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to look at something pretty different
Yeah,
than our usual fare.
a little different.
We're going back to school.
Back to school, third grade specifically.
That's right, we're going to be cracking open a third grade science textbook
Oh, wow.
and using it to learn all about
The human body.
the human body. Now,
It's a classic.
I know what you're thinking, third grade,
Yeah.
really? But trust me on this one.
Trust us.
Sometimes the most fascinating journeys start with the simplest steps.
Absolutely. And revisiting the basics through a fresh lens can often spark new insights, even for adults.
Exactly. So let's dust off those elementary school memories and dive right in. Okay, so first things first.
First things first.
Our bodies are pretty amazing,
We're
right?
throat machines.
We can do all sorts of things like running and jumping and seeing beautiful colors
And don't forget thinking.
and thinking. But have you ever stopped to think about what makes our bodies tick?
What's going on under the hood?
Yeah. What's going on under the hood?
Yeah.
Well, according to our trusty third grade textbook,
It all starts with cells.
cells.
Tiny building blocks of life.
So like microscopic Legos.
Exactly. Imagine them as microscopic Lego bricks that come together to build everything in your body.
Wow. So we're all just talking Lego creations.
In a way, yes.
That's so cool. But there must be trillions of these little Legos, right?
Absolutely. And they don't just float around
You
randomly.
gotta have some organization, right?
They organize themselves into groups called tissues.
Tissues.
Just like when you build a Lego house, you put different bricks together to make walls and roofs.
Oh, I get it. So like different types of cells make different types of tissues.
Precisely.
And then these tissues work together to form
Organs?
organs, like our heart and lungs and stomach.
Yes, think of organs like it's the different rooms in your Lego house.
Okay, that makes sense. So our heart is like a Lego room, pumping blood all day long. That's a pretty important room. And speaking of important, what about bones?
Ah, yes. The skeletal system. The framework that gives our body shape and support.
And did you know there are over 200 bones in the human body? That's more than most Lego sets.
Over 200. It's an intricate and strong framework.
Wow. That's a lot of Legos.
Hmm.
Okay, so we've got cells, tissues, bones.
The fundamentals.
What else makes our body so amazing?
Well, let's think about all the amazing things you can do with your body.
Yeah, like what?
You can see your friends, hear your favorite songs, smell delicious food, feel a soft blanket.
Ooh, right. Our senses.
Exactly. Those incredible senses are all thanks to our sensory organs.
The five senses. I remember learning about those in third grade.
A classic.
We used to play this game where we'd close our eyes and try to guess different smells.
Oh, that's a fun one.
It was. So each of our senses is linked to a specific organ.
Precisely. Our eyes help us see, our ears help us hear, our noses help us smell, our tongues help us taste, and our skin helps us feel.
It's like each sense has its own superhero gadget.
I like that analogy.
And speaking of gadgets, did you know that the lower jaw is the only bone in our skull that can move?
Oh, that's right.
Try it. Feel your jaw moving up and down. Pretty cool, right?
It is. And that movable jaw allows us to do some pretty important things.
Like what?
Like chewing our food and talking to our friends.
True. We wouldn't get very far without those things. Okay, so we've got all these amazing parts, but how do they all work together to make our bodies function?
That's where organ systems come in.
Organ systems.
Yes. Imagine our body like a bustling city.
A city.
Each organ system is like a different department, working hard to keep the city running smoothly.
Oh, I like that. So what are some of these important city departments?
Well, we've got the skeletal system, which is like the city's framework of buildings and roads.
The bones.
Then there's the muscular system.
Our muscles.
Yes, all about movement. Think of it like the transportation system, with buses, cars, and people walking around.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
And of course, we can't forget the nervous system.
Our brains and nerves.
That's like the city's control center, making sure everything runs smoothly.
So our bodies are like mini cities. Wow. What other departments are there?
You have the digestive system. It's responsible for breaking down food and absorbing nutrients.
Oh, yeah. So like the city's restaurants and grocery stores. Fueling everyone up.
Exactly. Then we have the respiratory system.
That's for breathing, right?
Yes. It brings in fresh air and gets rid of carbon dioxide. Think of it like the city's parks and open spaces, keeping the air clean.
Ah, I see. Fresh air in, stale air out. And what about the circulatory system? I remember that one being important.
Oh, the circulatory system is crucial. It's like the city's delivery service.
Delivery service.
Yes. A network of roads and vehicles transporting vital supplies like oxygen and nutrients to every part of the city. And at the heart of this delivery service
Literally.
is the heart, a powerful pump that keeps everything moving.
So our heart is like a super efficient delivery truck, working nonstop.
That's a great way to put it.
And I remember our textbook had this fun activity where you could make your own stethoscope to hear your heartbeat.
Oh, yeah. Using just a couple of funnels in a tube, you can listen to the rhythm of your own heart.
It's like tuning in to the engine of our own personal city. Pretty cool, right?
It's amazing. And speaking of amazing, our textbook says that our hearts beat about 100,000 times a day.
100,000 times. Wow, that's a lot of deliveries.
It is. And if you think about it, over a lifetime, our hearts will beat billions of times. Talk about a dedicated delivery service.
That's mind-blowing. And there's one more important department we haven't talked about yet, the excretory system.
Ah, yes, the excretory system. Think of it like the city's sanitation department, making sure everything stays clean and tidy by removing waste.
Oh, right. Got to keep things clean. So it's like the garbage trucks and recycling centers of our body city.
Exactly. Working tirelessly to keep our internal environment healthy and balanced.
So all these systems in our body city are working together all the time. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance.
It is. And it's a dance that keeps us alive and thriving. Pretty incredible, right?
It really is. I'm starting to see my body in a whole new light, like this complex and amazing city that I get to live in.
That's the beauty of understanding our bodies. It sparks a sense of wonder and appreciation for all the things we often take for granted.
And speaking of appreciation, remember that fun stethoscope activity we talked about? It's such a hands-on way to explore the circulatory system.
Definitely. It's a simple activity, but it really brings the concept of the heartbeat to life.
It makes you realize that even though we're learning about all these complex systems, our bodies are meant to be enjoyed.
Absolutely. Running, jumping, playing all these activities help keep our bodies healthy and happy.
So we shouldn't forget to have fun while we're exploring the amazing world inside of us.
I couldn't agree more.
So we've learned a lot about our bodies today, haven't we?
We have. From tiny cells to complex organ systems, it's incredible how it all works together.
It really is. And you know what? All this talk about our body city has really got me thinking about how important it is to take care of our amazing bodies.
Absolutely. Just like a city needs clean water, nutritious food, and regular maintenance, our bodies need the right stuff to function at their best.
So we're like the mayors of our own body cities, responsible for making good choices to keep everything running smoothly.
I like that analogy. And just like a good mayor cares about their city, we should care for our bodies and appreciate all the incredible things they do for us.
Right. We only get one body, so it makes sense to treat it with respect.
Exactly. And give it what it needs to thrive.
Healthy foods, plenty of sleep, exercise, all that good stuff.
It all makes a difference. And, beyond just the physical benefits,
There's more.
understanding our bodies can also spark a sense of wonder and awe.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We're not just people. We're these amazing living machines with trillions of cells working together to keep us alive.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
And empowering, too. When we understand how our bodies work, we can make better choices about our health and well-being.
Absolutely. It's like having the instruction manual for the most amazing machine ever created.
And the best part is we're always learning new things about how this machine works.
That's true. The human body is full of mysteries, and scientists are constantly making new discoveries.
Well, I think it's safe to say we've covered a lot of ground today. We explored the human body from a third grader's perspective, learned about all the amazing organ systems,
Even made our own stethoscopes.
and most importantly, we had fun while doing it.
Because learning should be enjoyable, especially when it comes to something as fascinating as our own bodies.
Exactly. So, dear listeners, as we wrap up this deep dive into the human body, I want to leave you with one final thought.
What's that?
If our bodies were this amazing, imagine all the incredible things we can do with them.
It's true. The possibilities are endless.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep celebrating the wonder of your own incredible body. Thanks for joining us on this fun-filled journey.
Until next time.